What is up? It's another episode of Dynasty Pylon here on Wednesday night. We are going to do a mock draft here in a bit. I'm still waiting on some people to join in. It's actually on Sleeper. Did it to the chat, see if it's actually in. But not anything crazy. We're just doing a rookie draft. Just a Dynasty rookie draft. 5 rounds. And it is giving me issues as I pull it up. There we go. Let me put it up here. 5 rounds. Not a lot of whole lot of people doing it. I did only I put it into the Sleeper app and see whoever joined. If you're in, great. If not, it's cool. I honestly was expecting to probably end up doing this alone anyways. So, regardless of the fact, we're going to try and do this. It's going to be, hey, James made it. Sweet, bro. Yeah, so let me look at this real quick. This last be a minute. Dynasty Standard, Snake Draft. We'll do about a minute each pick. Just rookies only. That looks good to me. One of each position looks good to me. And then, yeah, other than that, though, man, I'm going to randomize it. Or should I just leave it? What do you think? Should I leave it? James, should I leave it? Or if you want, yeah, go ahead, man. I mean it's whatever. If you want to join in, go ahead. I'm not opposed to it. It's on the mock draft threads. It's probably one of the last ones in there. If you go into the mock draft thread, yeah. See, you already found it. James says random. I think I'm gonna do random as well. Should be second to last in the thread. But other than that, though, how is your guys' day? Then, boys, how you been, man? How is life going there? You found it? Yeah, there you go. It's like second to last. Yeah, if I don't get anybody, it's fine. Again, I was probably gonna do this just computers. Sleeper's pretty good with that. Other than the other formats. So I will kick it off here in about 8 minutes. I will refresh that page. But I have no issues with Sleeper. The way they format everything, they use the average draft pick. If you go to NFL or ESPN or Yahoo, typically the average pick there is a little weird. I've done some computer drafts and the kickers go like super early. But super sick right now. But other than that, life is good. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay to the best of your body's letting you right now. But yeah, dude. You know what? Let me actually I gotta do this real quick. Hold on, let me jump on YouTube real quick. I have to do something now that you're on. Let me pull it up on my YouTube channel and go here. And I gotta do a few things here. There you are. And since I know you come here all the time. Put in time. Oh, nope. Ads. There you go. There you go, damn boys. There you go. And James, I trust you too. There you go. We're gonna need help as the channel goes on. Yes. You guys have been here at least since we've started, roughly. Since last year for sure. I know 100% you guys have been here for sure. I trust you both. Congratulations, then, boys. I have now officially add you as a moderator, as well as James. I know coming into the season, we're gonna need some help here with people coming in. We've had occasional weird texts come in, and we just don't get them. So I know during the season, Den Boys, you actually jump in and help out, or you just jump into the chat, give us some crap. But I know if you're here, I know you can be a little bit of a moderator. And if I don't draft for any reason, kids got me distracted, it's fine. Don't worry. Again, I have the computer set on it. If you don't end up drafting, it's cool. Come in, check in. I'm gonna randomize it. Yep, been here for a while. Thanks. Yeah, for sure, man. I trust you guys over at Get Right. I know that I have only a selected few moderators, but I know we're hitting that 200 mark, and I think during the season it's going to get a little hectic, and I think if I have a little bit more moderators, I think it'll be okay. But yeah, congrats, man. I trust you to be a moderator here on my channel. But all right, we're getting under the 5-minute mark. I'm going to refresh it and see if I could get a few more people in here. But again, it's not like anything crazy. If I don't get people in here, I'm not going to be opposed to it. But the more the merrier, right? That's always the saying, right? So let me get into this. Put in the last 5 minutes, see if anybody gets in. My phone is acting up. But we got a few more people. Toxic Templar, Moose Neck Knuckle God. What's up, guys? If you guys are not watching, let me see if you guys also on YouTube. Live on YouTube and see if they can get in as well. And let me Get Right. They haven't made you a mod yet. Damn. How is that? You're like part of the crew, aren't you? Are you not? That's a disappointment. That is a big disappointment. You know, I'm gonna give them crap for that for so many. Oh my gosh. So the Get Right guys, if you're coming in and you're new to the channel, the Get Right Fantasy Network, that's exactly how it's spelled. They do mock drafts up the wazoo, left and right. I think Friday nights are their main nights until until the season starts, really. They do a lot of redraft, a lot of dynasty, super flex stuff. They do all kinds of crazy mock drafts as well. We handle more dynasty IDP stuff, but we're always talking football, like all the time. So yeah. So there's that. Let me put in the I'm going to put it up one more time for those who just joined. Them boys just got there. Toxic Templar just got in here. Welcome. All right. So, question for DK: do you trust Kelsey personally? I don't. Are you for question for DK? For as in Kelsey the tight end, and then DK the receiver? Question for my DK: do you trust Kelsey personally? I think he's going to be fine. I mean, he proves us year in, year out. Every time we happen to doubt him, he does great. Last year it was a little bit weird. We weren't as exact. He was still the best pass catcher there. I think he's just fine. I wouldn't doubt him at all. They don't have any mods at all, my knowledge. Really, they are slacking. You know, and they have like 300 and something subscribers. We're a little channel, which I feel like this year we should probably pop and start hitting. Anthony. Ooh, all right. Hey, you're here. Just shared it with the group I'm in. All right, go ahead. Look, I am disappointed in you, my brother. Dem Boys has just informed me that he is not a mod yet on your channel. Why and why not? That guy has been there every episode. He's been in all your mock drafts. He's part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew. Part of the ship, part of the crew. Why is he not a moderator? I just made him and promoted him as moderator today, part of my channel, because I know when footballs come swinging along, I'm going to need the help. Yo. And if you want, go ahead, join. It's fine. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised he's not a mod yet. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. On DraftKings. Okay, my bad. So your DraftKings is saying you're doubting on the Kelsey part, right? Do I trust Kelsey? Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? It's Kelsey. Look, the fact that Kansas City they have to rely on Kelsey and they're mediocre receivers with Juju and all that. Look, I don't think they're horrible. We got a full show. All right, let's randomize this, and then I'll continue on my KC. Do we have one empty? We have one empty. It is 6 o'clock. Let's just start it. We'll have one empty. It's fine. I was gonna actually do this by myself, but now here we are. We got people here. So let's just do this 5-round rookie draft, dynasty style rookie draft pick. I'm going to randomize it. I'm going to click it once, going to click it twice, 3 times. That is the draft. Let's go. Let's go ahead and start it. There we go. Yes, start the draft. There you go. All right. So, do I trust Kelsey? Yes, 100%. He's still gonna be the name guy there. Didn't have my mods. 4 days to leave off here on the show. Whoa, need to let me know if you need to do that. DraftKings, yes. Where am I at on the chat? Sorry, Beth. Hey, that's the group I'm in. Don't be going over the draft. What? No, not your draft. I'm talking about your channel specifically from the Get Right crew. Why is them boys not a moderator? That's what I want to know. No double teams on Hill, so they're gonna double team Kelsey. I think they're gonna have to rely on the pass more. They're gonna rely on the pass more. Why? Because it's this for the one time they're not gonna have a specific guy that they're just gonna go. He's our guy. If not, he's not open. They're gonna go to Kelsey. Will they double team Kelsey? Yeah, but I think he's gonna be in the short game. Juju's gonna get open. Sky Moore's pretty quick. I think he's gonna get open himself. Regardless of the situation, I still think Kelsey's going to be the guy. They're going to have to be more of a all-around football team, in my opinion. But I still think that Kelsey's going to do just fine. He'll be easy top 10. I mean, that's not without a doubt in my mind. I think he said he doesn't know how to make someone a mod. Well, you know, as many subscribers they have, there's a lot of things they don't know how to do. I was making fun of them when they finally had this little am I up to the draft here? Nope, coming up. I should coming up here soon. All right, so we got who we got here? Hall, not surprised. Kenneth Walker, not surprised. Jameis Winston, okay. Or Jameson Winston, wow. Jameis. Drake London, Chris Olave. Yeah, I expect all these guys to be top 6 easy. It's going to be interesting. A lot of people I've been seeing Treylon Burks have been fading. So I need to show me how to make them moderators. He also holds the ambassador title. Come on, man. This guy has it all, and you're like, so I got okay. We'll show you. Don't worry, I'll show you. I'll also show you how to get like cool tricks in here, like stuff like that. Because clearly you guys don't have Jack. I think the best thing you guys have is something like this, right? Am I wrong? Something like this, right? Is that the best you guys got? It was kind of cute the day you guys put that up. It's my pick, and I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson is still going to be a main factor there in New York. I know a lot of it's going to be on the shoulders of Wilson, Zach Wilson, of course. But and I'm a mod. Yeah. James is also a mod. Got 32 cents in there. Martin, you got me on StreamYard. I don't know where you'd be if you were never connected. Dude, look, man. I'm here for you, bro. The day of the draft when Mike joined on my channel, it was ridiculous. It was really ridiculous. I literally couldn't be on the show. If you watch the day of the draft, I was showing videos. I had like overlays of the teams. I had the next draft pick coming up. It was Mike and Mark just talked the entire time. I was in the back.
Wow.
Is that a reach? Is that a reach right here? Kenny Pickett. No, it's not a reach. It's not a reach. I would not expect. I'm actually, if I don't find myself with a one of these top 5 QBs, it's not really 6, but if I don't find myself with a QB, I think I'm just gonna go with this draft without one. My receivers and running backs better be great. So fading on Burks bad. Yeah, a lot of this asthma talk, a lot of this, is he gonna be okay? Look. In Alabama, they used it for a really gadget guy. I think I'm not going to be too worried. This is all also preseason as well. So I mean, last year we heard, Lamar Chase, or not Lamar Chase, Chase wasn't going to be great because he's dropping balls, blah blah blah. Look, I think eventually he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine, but I don't blame you though. I don't blame you. All right, so here we go. Yeah, we aren't fancy like that. Classic Mike working behind the scenes, getting that going though. We try. No, well, hey, Mike is a busy guy. There's a lot on his shoulders. But no, when I had Mark and Mike on my show, I was there for the beginning, but I realized how much work I was doing in the back. I had all 3 of my screens going. I literally was clicking left and right, adding people to. Let's go, James. Let's go. Who's he gonna get? Who's he gonna get? Is he gonna? Let's go. All right. Well, there it is. Scramble. It's all right. He also mentioned that he probably wasn't be able to if his kids distracted him, which is fine. Just fine. But look, it was a good time that day of the draft. I had fun. That was stuff that I like doing while the guys actually were talking during the stream. So it was great. It wasn't bad. It was a fun show. All right. So here we are going around the back. So obviously we started with the top 6. Treylon Burks just before him. I went with Garrett Wilson. I think he's going to be just fine there. They have weapons, man. It just relies on Wilson. If Wilson's going to draft or Wilson's going to do good or not. Dameon Pierce, not a bad pick. I actually think that he will probably eventually get the starting role. Mac is good. Don't get me wrong. He did have 2 seasons with over 1,000 yards. But it wouldn't surprise me if he's easy the number 2 than actually the actual starter. So Kenny Pickett, first one, the draft. Then we circle back with Christian Watson, George Pickens. Let's see here. As I go into my draft, Garrett Wilson, Jahan Dotson. I love that. Tyler Algier, John Mechie. You know what? Here's a guy I think that's going to do good. I'm going to go with Tyler Algier today. I don't care what people say. I think he's going to end up being somewhat getting that starting role, or maybe number 2 for sure. I know there's a lot of going on with Patterson and all that he's going to be the named guy. Didn't realize it was a snake. Yeah, it's a snake, man. My bad, dude. Typically dynasty drafts or startups, you would have snake. In our draft, James, however, he's G Money is also in my one of my leagues. Our dynasty draft, our actual one is going to be linear. But yeah, that won't be linear. This one is snake. So David Bell went before my Tyler Algier, Rashad White, and Isaiah Spiller. I'm actually liking this right here. Isaiah Spiller is going to be doing some damage as well. If Eckler cannot stay healthy, he's going to slot. He's going to jump in right away, right off the bat. So, all right, Brian Robinson, not a bad pick. I'm actually not myself too high on it as much as everyone else is, but it doesn't surprise me if he ends up being the goal line back. He's definitely is establishing himself into the lineup from what they were saying. With McKissick there, obviously Gibby's going to be the main guy. Gibson's going to be the main guy, but people are kind of fading him because why of the injury. So we'll see how it it goes. Honestly, I think that in between the pylons, they're going to have Gibson and McKissick. Rushing with Gibson, pass catching with McKissick, and then it would not surprise me if they get to the goal line and Robinson steals the work.
Oh, come on, dude.
It might just happen that way. And if that's the case, then, well, hey, I'm sorry for all you Gibson owners. I myself am a Gibson owner. So I feel your pain. John Mechie, and then we got Harslow. Who is this and why? Harslow was waived by the Seahawks on Friday. This was a month ago. Okay. Obviously, it's an auto pick, but this is interesting. This is what I was afraid of. It's all right. Not bad. We'll move on. More picks for us. Better team for us, right? We're doing 5 rounds. After Harslow, whoever that is, John Mechie, Jalen Tolbert has a very good sneaky chance of actually getting himself as number 2. Michael Gallup is going to be injured for like what 2 to 6 weeks from what I hear. Is that right, then, boys? It's going to be something like that. Jalen Tolbert is a very interesting player to me. I like him where he landed, especially with Amari Cooper gone. So Dak Prescott definitely has weapons all around him. And then we got Davis Price. I heard he's doing okay. Not too bad. Like he's a 49er running back. I keep away from those guys, to be honest. Alex Pierce, Malik Willis, Zach White, Shakir McBride, and okay, this guy is just getting guys we don't know. All right, that's fine. But other than that, though, I think that the 49ers, let's talk about them a little bit. 49ers running back crew, it's going to be interesting. It really is. Let me make my pick real quick, and then we'll talk about this. Let's see. Wan'Dale Robinson, not too high on him. Just a little dude. I don't trust what's going on with New York. Ingram, no. Here's who I think will do fine. You know what? I'm going to get Haskins or Thornton. Ooh. You know what? Give me Haskins.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't care. Wow yourself. Okay. Wow yourself, sleeper. Why did I go Haskins? Why? Because Derrick Henry, he is the king. He is the best running back in the league, arguably. But he's getting up there in age. Now, if this is Dynasty, Haskins, look at this. 6'2", 228. It's a big guy. So let's look at Derrick Henry. 6'3", 250. So if you compare the two, you got 2 big running backs right by each other. I think that if Henry goes down again, I hope not, but he is 28 years old, and typically, you know, what happens is, well, running back shelf life don't really last. So, do we see Haskins playing more? I don't think this season, but I think he's going to evaluate himself pretty soon, and he's going to be potentially, depending on how well he does, I think he might be the next running back up following 2023. So, again, if this is Dynasty, I'm looking okay right now. I should probably look into a receiver as they're whittling down. All the good ones are probably gone. Dobbs is gone. Ooh, Dobbs as well. All right, so Desmond Ridder, Matt Corral. Okay. There is like what, 1 QB left? Sam Howell. Carson Strong, if you believe in him. I don't. All right, this guy Bailey Zappi. I'm no. That guy was trash. I watched him in the Senior Bowl, and it was absolute garbage. All right, I am missing here, so I think Tolbert will be a good producer this year, especially early with Gallup. But yeah, no, I agree 100%. I think so too. You know, it's going to be interesting on what the Cowboys do with him. I'm going to hope that if he does produce, I hope he at least gets 600 yards at minimum with like 4 touchdowns. I hope. But yeah, no, hopefully if that's the case, we see a little bit more work out of the Cowboys. Look, I like the Cowboys. I really do. I'm not a fan of them. Obviously, I'm a Falcons fan, but I do like watching them. I just hope that they do a little bit more for what they got. Look, and also if you're still here and you're still hanging out with me, look, I also have a 18-man guillotine league. It's an IDP style. So if you're trying to, if you don't know what that is, IDP also does. Oh, it's my pick. Holy crap. You know what? I'm gonna snag this guy. I don't care. Give me that last guy. Give me the last QB. Give me the last QB. I'll worry about my receiver later. It's not gonna be Velus Jones, that's for sure. It's not gonna be Velus Jones. So there's some all right, pretty good receivers still left, in my opinion. But we'll see if I even get any of them. But look, what was I saying? Cowboys. Oh no, the 18-man guillotine league. It's in the description below. Let me start off with the price. It's a jersey of your choice. Team of your choice. It's going to say Dynasty Pylon on the back. At the end of the season, if you're the last team who won it, you will get yourself a free jersey from the Dynasty Pylon here on this channel. We've given out one. You can be the second one. So, also, what does this entail when the IDP league? What basically is going to be 2 down linemen, a linebacker, and a DB, and a flex at IDP, individual defensive players, on top of the offense. What does this do? If you've never done IDP before, it basically, and in my opinion, it really is a lot more fun because you're paying attention to both sides of the ball. Like if your running back is going against your linebacker, you are getting so much points. It's that stack. You know how we're used to that QB receiver, QB tight end, QB running back stack? There is a running back linebacker stat. There is a tight end linebacker stat. There is a DB receiver stack. There's a linebacker, you know, just there's so many combinations. I remember when Washington was playing Seattle last year, I had Gibson going against Bobby Wagner, and I was getting so many points. It was amazing. All right, so, and be sure to subscribe or hit that like button. Yeah, dude, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, thanks. We're a smaller channel, but we know what we're doing. In my opinion, I think we know what we're doing. But you can always come in here and talk crap. I'm cool with that too. Tell me I'm an idiot and why, because you think this guy's gonna do better and I don't like him. Why? It's cool. I can take the criticism. It's fine. All right. So thanks whoever became 141. Let's go. Really? Well, thanks, man. Or girl, whomever that was. I appreciate it. Anthony is just like sidelining this. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's kind of hard when you're doing it by yourself and you're clicking all these buttons and you're doing everything all right, looking at the chat. Mike, if you're watching or ever watch this, I know you know all about it. But yeah, Dallas does need to do more for sure, creativity wise. Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be they're gonna be open up. It's gonna open up a lot more for what they're gonna do here soon. A lot of it's gonna have to do on that offense. A lot of it's gonna do on Dak. It wouldn't surprise me if he runs a lot more. Justin Ross, I'm not too big on him yet. Why? Because I don't think he'll ever sniff the field. I know they just signed him. Danny Gray's there. Daniel Bellinger. Do I just go one receiver out? let's see here. Let's go to the receiver. I might just go tight end and only get myself one receiver and worry about my receivers next year. How about that? Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, we'll get our tight end this year. Daniel Bellinger or Jalen Watermeyer. Oh, I like Watermeyer. But the problem he's in like too far in the depth. You know what? I'll get with Bellinger. He's for sure probably more than likely starter. Cole Turner's there. Oh, this is so hard. Let's go with Daniel Bellinger. I'll worry about my receivers next year. But yeah. So, anyways, where was I? Furry Skittles. Not big on Velas. Yeah. Even the most almost guaranteed opportunity. No. He's just gonna be a kick returner, dude. I think he's just gonna be a kick returner. And honestly, I think he's gonna be. They have way more headaches in that organization than having Velus Jones there. Velus Jones, I think, is one of those guys that just to make Justin Fields happy because he's familiar with throwing to him. But I don't think he's like what 20, 25, 24. This guy better be a doctor. Better have a doctorate's degree for all I care. 25 years old. You've been in college for almost 8 to 7 years. If this guy is not walking on that field without a doctor's degree, what have you been doing, Velus? What have you been doing in your college career? Can I call you for right? Can you call me right now? Can you call me, Dot? That is it. That is a real quick. 5-round rookie dynasty draft. Call me right now. Probably not during the time I'm doing a show, dude. Maybe I'm not understanding that. I'm on the Ross train with that wide receiver. Are you really? Why? I don't think he's gonna do much, man. I really don't. I mean, I do like him, but I don't know. There's something that tells me that every single team passed him up in the draft. That tells me something that they're seeing something that we're not. Let's see where he's at. Juju, Sky Moore, MVS, Josh Gordon, Mecole Hardman, and look, Sleeper's not even having him in here. Let's check out a website I like using. Called our lads. Chiefs depth chart. And we will see what they say. But I don't think he's dude, if he's like 4th string, it wouldn't surprise me. 5th string. Oh my god. Dan boys, are you sure about this that you like him that much? Bellinger is who I wanted there. Oh, my bad, dude. Look, it was either there was no receivers left, bro. There's no receivers left. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna worry about my receiver next year. I'll get Bellinger. He's a for sure probably the strongest candidate to start. I will put this back up. Give me 1 second, but we are gonna look at the Chiefs depth chart right now. If you missed it, I did a Chiefs episode this week. Check that out. It was just Chiefs, really. I think we talked about a little bit of the retirement on Gronk, but that was about it. So let's go here. So I got the Chiefs here. Their depth chart. Let's put that here. All right, so here we have way down here. Dan boys, are you sure? I've heard he's okay, but I just don't feel like they're going to utilize him. Look how long it took Mecole Hardman to actually be part of their crew. Like, it took him a while, and I think it's only because the loss of Hill is why Mecole Hardman is going to be as their wide receiver too. I don't know. I'm not high on him as much as it. And they passed him up because he had a major neck surgery, which is scary for sure, but the talent is amazing. I agree. Speaking of neck injury, I don't think Carson plays. Just saying it. I think give him 2-3 weeks of getting knocked up around by the lineman as a running back. I don't think he's going to last the season. it's going to be Kenneth Walker season. I'm telling you, it's going to be Penny, but then Penny gets hurt, and then it's going to be Walker when we talk about neck injuries. But when it comes to neck injury, I no, I do not try and get those type of players. I stay away from those. Anthony says Ross could easily be the highest rewarded and low risk player. His ADP kind of risky now, but he went 4th round in our rookie draft, which is started day after the NFL draft. Okay, time has passed. Do that draft again. Do you think he'll still go in the 4th round? I think not. But again, you do draft with almost a lot of the same guys. I think we need to mix it up. I'll probably join in one of those to change up the outcome and algorithm, because you guys know each other way too well. Except for your last draft. Your last draft was really weird. I'm not gonna lie. Anthony, you drafted really weird. You waited like running back, like almost 5th or 6th round. Not to mention his OBJ type one-handed catch that keeps getting. That's nice. Moving on. That's nice. Cool. And no. Get this hype train out of here with this. His UDA is automatic, but at the bottom of the depth chart, but he is defined wide receiver 1 talent. Okay. I'm not saying you're not wrong. Okay. I'm not saying you're not wrong. I'm just saying I just don't believe in what they're going to do with him. Because Mecole Hardman is easily one of the fastest guys there throughout the years, minus Hill, but I just felt like they just didn't utilize him. I don't know. Anyways, here we go. Pick number 1, Breece Hall, Alex Pierce, Malik Willis, and then we had Kyle Phillips, wow. Selected as a 163 overall pick. Okay, well, that guy, I haven't really realized how well he's doing, or I haven't heard of him. It's all about Treylon Burks right now, but he's right behind him. So, and then freaking was it Ty Chandler? Heard about this guy. Not too bad. He actually did pretty good in the combine, didn't he? So, not too bad. Got himself 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a QB. That's overall pretty good draft. 3 running backs, two receivers. I don't know. All these teams are all kind of like, the only one I'm like obviously like out the window is we are not going to worry about this one. Like this moose knuckle here, we can just yeah, and I don't even know if I should be saying that. All right, so we have new folks in there. Mox, and yes, I don't like drafting the same guys every week, so I like to switching up the strategies. I'm off the running backs early and often, and have to come to the receiver's dark side. Hey, there is nothing wrong with what you're doing, and I think you're changing it up with them. But I mean, your last draft was weird. It's not very Anthony-like from what I was seeing. Speaking of your draft, how are you doing? I will not show that, and I will not talk about your draft because somebody in here is in there, and I think you actually made a trade with him, which I'm still surprised you did that trade. But overall, man, real quick, it was just a rookie mock draft. Mark couldn't make it. He had homework. He's doing summer school, which is one thing I would never do, to be honest. I cannot do summer school. I feel like that is my time of relaxation. Fall and spring semester, I stress myself all throughout, and then summer is like, oh, perfect. Even though it's hot, but it is what it is. All right, so let's see. Jared Cook, Brian Robinson, Dobbs, Jeremy Ruckter, and Carson Strong. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Then we go with Treylon Burks, Sean Dotson, Jelani Woods, and then Tyler Batty, and this is Bailey Zappi? This is Zappi. I'm not really sure if it's Brandon or Bailey. Again, another guy that's never going to sniff the field. Mac and Cheese is going to be there the entire time. Isn't there someone ahead of him too? Oh, Brian Hoyer is there too. I don't think he's not that great. If you have him in the Dynasty roster, I hope you're taxing him for next 2 seasons if it's allowed. And you're high. You're high. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. You're like easily one of the worst traders I've ever had. Easy. Yeah, so yeah, multiple. Did I read that? No. Oh, where did I leave off of? That's the one. Yeah, multiple guys from that league in here. Dan Boynes and Colin. Okay. Colin, where you at, bro? Are you right in the middle? Oh, you're over at pick 11. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. I like that. Watson, Isaiah, Pierre Strong, and Stoop. Jalen Watermeyer. He's interesting to me. He's interesting to me because he's on a very powerful offense. Josh Allen just read up, probably throughout this man's freaking rookie contract, which means does Dawson Knox, like with his contract and all that, does he stay or does he leave? And does Jalen Watermeyer eventually take over if he does produce? But then he's also got to worry about this guy too. Yeah, he's just immersed out of the offense. Yeah, out of nowhere, anyways. But for a rookie draft, it's not bad. You can always put him in your taxi squad and see what happens. Pull him out later. Den Boys, Pierre Strong, David Bell, Ingram and Williams, 2 running backs back to back, and then Justin Ross. Sorry, not sorry. I took Bellinger. I know. I'm sorry. And so just throwing it out there. There, I like Ritter. Ritter's okay. I do like him. He's got this like fire in him right now that he's going to prove the entire NFL why they passed him up. I do like that. Is he good? Yeah, I think he's really good. Oh, I should be sharing this right now. I'm not even sharing it. Just staring at my ugly face. I think I like Ritter for now. Again, there's a lot of pieces that they got to control there. They got to take care of some more offense. There's a lot of things that they got to plug there, both offense and defense. You know, I'm okay, and I have accepted that for the next 19 years that the Falcons may or may not suck. And am I being too harsh? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I'm a Falcons fan, and I can say what I want to my team, and I can bash my own team as much as I want. So, but yeah, I like Ritter. I do like Sam Howell a little bit more, even though last year, this time, he was talked about being the number 1 last season, and all of a sudden, that was not the case. But yeah, Abidona and Lou Camp is also in that league, dude. You brought your boys in here, didn't you? It's all good. Hey, look, that draft is crazy. Glad Anthony's getting some advice from you for. Look, he had called me or texted me a couple about some of those picks. He's like, "Who's this guy?" I'm like, "You need to get that guy," because like right now, I was interested picking his brain on what he wanted to do with his offensive side. I'm not going to show the draft. I'm not going to show it because you're all in here right now and you're probably all watching. So I don't want to ruin that draft, but I will be peeking at it after the show. So far, so good. I think and I hope, I haven't seen it since then, but I know this is the time where a lot of people are going to, if I'm looking at, if I remember that draft correctly, I think a lot of the defensive pieces are going to be flying off the board right now. I haven't checked since then. So, we all talk trash about the Falcons, so you should be as well. Look, it's fine. Like, look, I've been talking trash about them since last season. They were in denial. Because, I think after they lost Matty Ice, I think it kind of helped them realize, oh, we are rebuilding. Oh, we should have been doing this 3 seasons ago. We should have traded Julio Jones 3 seasons ago. But no, we're going to wait till he's broken, and we're going to see if we can get something out of him. And then you didn't, and it was too late. And then you're going to go multiple years of not drafting a running back, but instead you hire the old, beat up, used up running backs from other teams to come over and try and produce. Look, not everyone's Michael Turner. And I know I went like years back, but that was the last good free agent that we ended up getting. Don't tell me Gurley was good. Don't tell me Steven Jackson was good. They were not. They were not as good as Michael Turner. Michael Turner got it done. But when we looked at the draft, when it came to Freeman, look what happened. It was in the draft. We put him behind someone good, and he learned, and he did amazing things. For the first time, I think, maybe in a while, they drafted someone, and I'm not saying that this guy's going to be the truth. We still need to learn about him. The cool thing about is what I like about Tyler Algier is he used to play linebacker, and he played like 2 or 3 seasons of college as running back, so he doesn't have a lot behind the seat. But coming from linebacker as a running back, I think that kind of gave him that different perspective of what a linebacker is going to look for and how he should read it and kind of play opposite of it. So I think it's kind of cool. I really think it's kind of cool and interesting to see the way his career may go. But he's also behind like Patterson, and they just got Williams in there too. So yeah, that was right, Patterson Williams. So all right. Matty was not the problem. No, I 100% agree. I think he was going downhill, but with the problem with Dan Quinn was an issue. We got rid of him, and then it was still an issue because we didn't have anything for him. So last couple of seasons, Julio was in and out. Obviously, last year we didn't have Ridley. Pitts was our only guy. This year we have London and Pitts. We'll see how that goes. People are also fading London for some reason. People are also drafting London way too high. I've seen him go at 101 over Breece Hall. I wouldn't do that just because I think Breece Hall is going to be, the main running back there. I thought when I did a draft earlier and it was London as the 101. I was like, whoa, all right, cool. I mean, they really believe in this guy, but I thought Breece Hall was easily the 101 in my opinion. Oh shit, yeah. I didn't see them. Yeah, they're all here. They're all here. Yeah, dude. Using Tom Coughlin as example, great coach, but not hard enough. And you're good. You're fine. I already said it. When Tom was tough, they won. Dude, and it's the thing is, like, depending on how the coaches, they treat these guys. Also, the players have to like them too. I mean, not everyone is lovable like Dan Campbell, but also pushes these guys. Like those guys, like honestly, I know this is crazy to say, but I think the Detroit Lions they're gonna turn heads this year. When it comes to coaching, I think they're gonna turn heads this year, and I would not be surprised if they sweep the Bears. Would not be surprised. I'd be like, well, it happened. But other than that, though, it was a short draft. We did a rookie draft. Thank you for Anthony and his crew and them boys. Get right, guys. They kind of just came in, filled it up. Yeah. Honestly, I was just gonna do this all computer, but thank you. You guys changed the difference, the look of it. Honestly, if I were to pick my team here, who I like the most, I kind of want to say, I'm gonna say Bidona. Bidona 11 right here. Is it Bidona? Bidona. I'm gonna say Bidona. What's it stand for? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say he had a really good draft, and probably because he was the first overall. And then he had the snake over here, grabbed himself one of each position, and then Phillips and Chandler were still left over. Overall, I think it was a good draft. Not bad. We're gonna probably do more of these. It was just this first one we've done on this channel right now is just kind of thrown up in the air. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the Packers during the lunch hour. So Anthony, I think it's gonna maybe come on early for you guys. I think it's gonna be like 10:20 for you guys. It's gonna be 11:20 for here in my hometown in Arizona, and then East Coast, depending on where you're at, from Mountain Standard Time, either 12:20 or 1:20, or even 2:20. Wherever the hell you're at in the world. But we're talking about the Packers tomorrow, and then Friday we're gonna talk about the Bills. We're doing individual teams. Hopefully Mark can join me tomorrow. If not, I will be here in your lunch hour, on your lunch hour, wherever the hell you're at. So, and the Bears are doo-doo. They are, man, and it sucks because I like them. I like Justin Fields. I really do, and he's a smart guy. He's just in a really bad situation, but it sucks. This was fun. We got to get you in the Friday match. I know. The thing is, Fridays are weird for me. But I will try. Not this Friday, maybe, but maybe the next. You gotta, Anthony's gotta hit me up. Sometimes I just don't check all the channels that I'm on Sleeper. I kind of mute them. So Anthony, you might have to actually hit me up personally on Sleeper, or even text me. You got my numbers, but yes, I probably do, and I'll even join on the show if you want me to. But yeah, thanks for the IDP insight. Sucks that my source is revealed, but you really have to. Look, dude, but I'm not telling them what I'm telling you. That makes sense. As the season gets closer, your draft will be done. I'll be giving out my prospects, and so far, damn, I have been hitting on every single one. Diggs was one of mine. You can ask Mike. Brooks was my last year's linebacker prospect. But I think as the weeks come closer and closer, I'm gonna reveal some of these. So far I've been doing pretty good at my sophomore prospects, or the guys who I think are gonna have a breakout on the IDP sides. Look, I love defense. Offense, you can find any source, anywhere, everywhere. IDP is not that popular yet. I'm trying to do that. Again, as I have the description below, there is a 18-man guillotine league you could join if you want. The way that works is it's points based. Yes, you'll be head to head with somebody, but the lowest teams with the smallest amount of points, their entire team gets depleted into the free agency pool and the waiver pool. You won't be kicked out of the league. Okay, you'll just be lingering around, looking at how your players get snagged by other guys and pick your favorite. At the end of the year, it's going to come down to the last two Titans, man. They're going to be some stacked teams. If you haven't done a guillotine league, but this is going to be an IDP style guillotine league, so it should be fun. And the prize, I will have a jersey for it, Dynasty Pylon, on the back. So, but I already knew he was your source. Hey, man, I you know what? I'm glad you guys came in. But anyways, again, get yourself in that IDP guillotine league if you're not already. Again, if it's too much and you just can't do it, like you get towards the end of the season or something, like gets more stressful and more stressful. The thing is, you don't have to commit to every week if you end up losing, right? If you lost, you don't have a team to commit to, so it's easier. But there is a jersey at the end of the year, so that I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be in it. So if you beat me, then kudos to you. I'm gonna be in it so I can save myself some money, so I don't have to pay the guy to make a jersey. All right. So, we ain't that big yet, all right? We're not that big. But I will be in it to try and beat you guys so I can just rub it in everyone's face and save myself some money. So, hint on captains. Oh, that's right. Okay. All right, so captains. It's not like your regular captains. So James is in my other league, and I've mentioned the moment. So the way I run my dynasty league is we do cuts in the off season. I'll open up waiver wire all through, was it March till the day of the draft. It's open, free game. You can swap players in and out. Then I close it the day of the actual NFL draft. That's the day I close it. So you can't really make moves. You can make trades all year. I don't care. It's fine. Throughout the summer, these guys can make trades. They can move themselves up into the draft. But before the draft, usually I'll have a cut list day. So you know how every team can't afford every player and one team goes to another place? I wanted something similar to that. So I told them, you got to cut 7 guys of the roster. Cut 7 players off your roster. So they go back into the draft, and it's really hard because some of those guys are really good and you don't want to get rid of them, or you think they're going to be high prospected guys and you don't want to get rid of them, but you have to. This where that contract kind of thing comes in without dealing with actual contract fab stuff. What Mike does from the get right. That stuff is too much math. I don't want to hurt my guys' brains on math. All right. I know one of these guys are in the Army, and sorry, James, it's you, man. I don't want to stress you out, man. But it's fun. It's fun. So eventually, you cut your 7 guys, so you have 7 slots for your 7 draft picks. If you're shorter than 7 draft picks, then you gotta draft what you got, and then wait for the waiver wire weekend. And I do weekly waivers during preseason, and then it's free game again, just like regular season. But so a hint on your captains. My captains is not the same. Some leagues do, if you pick a captain, they get double points or something. My captains is, I'm going to say, Royal Rumble style. Yes. Royal Rumble style. That's my only hint I'm going to give to you. And it is going to be plural captains, not just captain. So you will have 2. But that is my hint on what we're going to do with our league, James. It's going to be Royal Rumble captains. That's the most I can give you. The sooner the league starts getting their cuts ready, because our draft should be pretty soon, July 1st. The 30th is pretty much the last day. By that point, I will, hound these guys. Hey, make your cuts. But by then, but that's the only hit. So that makes no sense, but I got you. It will when I tell you. It will when I tell you, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, a light's gonna go off," and you're gonna realize that's what he meant by Royal Rumble. That's you'll pick up what I'm saying here. I know it. Anyways, well, that makes picks a lot more valuable. I might actually keep some picks in a league like that. Yeah, so it's still Dynasty, but for us it's like you gotta, like, you cut basically your 7 guys that you don't want, or it kind of sucks because I'm down to cutting my last 3 guys right now, and it is getting hard. It is getting hard to drop these 3 guys, and I'm not gonna say who because James is here, but my best that I can do is drop them and try and snag them back in the draft. Unless I see a better player that someone else has dropped from their team. but it's difficult because you draft them as rookies and they're not really that big, but they will be. That's why the taxi squad's there. So yeah. DK Metcalf to New York Jersey Devils. All right, man. You talking hockey now, bro. But I would love to see that. I would love to see that. See that big old dude on ice? That'd be some crazy stuff. That will be some crazy stuff. Dibs. Dibs. Hey, man. You and I are working out something right now. And he's one of them. So, we'll see. I can't say it now because I know Mark might end up watching this. So, anyways, that is pretty much it. I'm glad you guys came in. It wasn't a bad draft. I like this draft. It was just all rookies draft. If you haven't done your Dynasty rookie draft, it pretty much is what it's going to look like, anyways. Except for this, these four guys. Don't worry about it. That's what C Sutton, Corey Sutton. For some reason, I was like, who's that? Cortland? No. All right. Anyways, I'm out of here. Look, any of those who like Star Wars tonight, the episode came out. Go watch it. We are going to do, on the Nerd Huddle, we're going to do a Dynasty. We're going to do a Star Wars breakdown. Dude, that last episode was sick. But again, if you're new to the channel, get yourself in that Guillotine League. If you're not comfortable with IDP, it's okay. It's a good learning spot. The points are set pretty evenly to where it's not overwhelming. Like when a guy makes a tackle, it's 1 point. Like not 2 or 3 points. Sacks are, depending on the yards. So it's kind of similar. You see what's going on. You can do the math there while you're watching. So again, come back, hang out with me. Myself and Mark, we're going to do the Green Bay Packers tomorrow. So any Packers fans, let them know during the lunch hour. So again, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you're out. And Riva saves the day just like the Leafs. Hey, man. We'll wait for that show. Derpy. And all right, you're going off the chains here. You're going off the chains. Anyways, we're going to end the show here. Derpy, I will see you tonight in the chat with the Nerd Huddle. We're going to discuss that Star Wars episode, as one of my second favorite things to talk about is Star Wars, second to football. So that is all I have. So good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at. Stay safe, and we will catch you tomorrow. All right. Later, guys. If I could just find my out clip, there it is.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate.